This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Big Cloud here, back again. Alright, so I have a little bit of updated information involving the whole cartridge situation for the PlayStation 5. Now, we talked about this on RGT. I gave you guys my opinion on it. I figured that maybe it's more than likely not for PlayStation 5. It's for something else. A lot of people still believe that it probably is for PS5, or they don't want to rule out that it's for PlayStation 5. Well, we have information that's updated courtesy of Sony, and this pretty much all but confirms, if not confirms, that Sony will indeed have expandable storage for the PlayStation 5, but however, it will not be on a cartridge. Now, 2 days ago, I did a video on a patent involving a PSP 5G companion app. I do believe that this cartridge is more than likely going to play a factor in the whole, pretty much the whole PS5 games on the go sort of thing. That kind of makes more sense to me as opposed to it being for PlayStation 5 natively on the console. And the reason why, again, I didn't believe it's going to work for PS5 is the reason why is because the PSP, or I'm sorry, not PSP, the cartridges use a 12-pin connection, whereas the PS5 is using a SATA connection. There's no way that's actually going to be anywhere close to being compatible at that particular way. I just don't see it. Unless there was some way for Sony, or there was like a feature Sony's got with the system where you plug in that particular, let's say that hard drive or whatever, right, into the PS5, and you download your game strictly to that particular hard drive, and then you take those games on the go with the actual PSP 5G device or something like that. I'm not really sure what they're really going to do with this thing, to be honest with you. It's all speculation at this point. It could be cloud-based, that's why they're using 5G network, or they're going to have you download them strictly from your account. Again, plot thickens in that particular matter. But here's the actual full story. Let's definitely go over this. And yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right? Sound good? Let's get into it. Okay, so the story goes as follows. PSP SSD expandable storage likely confirmed. New information added to existing patent. Here is the full details, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into it. Like a dripping faucet, they say. Little by little, we're starting to get a handle on the technical specification of Sony's next generation console, the PS5. Perhaps the most persistent of these leaks regarding the machine is that of a mysterious cartridge patent that we reported on just last week. The train of thought being that the cartridge might represent an additional storage for PS5, which is expected to ship with a 1 terabyte drive. However, it wasn't long before the patent was updated, revealing an updated pin layout, which was 12 pins, that would make the cartridge unsuitable for SATA connection, and thus not able to function as expanded storage for Sony's upcoming PlayStation 5 console. They continue. Though the 12-pin layout would seem to rule out a traditional SATA connection, Sony has updated its patent on the cartridge, specifically stipulating that this cartridge would be used by an undisclosed piece of hardware as a storage device. The plot thickens. Or does it, ladies and gentlemen? Again, we talked about a what 2 days ago. We talked about a companion device. That might actually be confirming that. But continue what they're saying here. Since we ran that updated story, the original Japanese patent, which was registered at the Japanese Patent Office, has again been updated. But this time, the update isn't an additional render or image, but rather some extra descriptive text which describes the purpose of the device. When translated from those documents, both the patent and the subsequent design record, the description which was added by Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan, and it reads this. This is a recording medium which can record various data such as a character, an image, an animation, a sound, and a program by loading the opening provided by the game console with the tip end part by which a variety of pins of this cartridge were provided. The various data recorded on this cartridge can be read. They continue after that quote by stating the following. So indeed, it would seem that this patented cartridge device is intended to be some sort of additional storage, and with the PS5's likely 1 terabyte to 2 terabyte drive to be filled quite quickly by bigger PS5's games that will come along. But don't forget, PS5's titles will ship on a 100 gigabyte Blu-ray disc, while the PS5 OS will take up a chunk of that inbuilt storage to begin with. It would seem prudent to us that Sony would want to ship additional storage as an optional purchase with the machine when it launches late next year. So that's the full story there. Again, I don't believe this is for PS5. I believe this is for something else. Again, bigger games, you're gonna need bigger storage. And I mean, I'm telling you, man, I don't know. It's hard for me to say this is going to be a cartridge. This cartridge is going to be for PS5 games, or like, you know, to be on PS5. I don't think it's going to be the deal. I think this is going to be playing a factor in the new companion device, which will be, you know, obviously linked with PS5 games. So that way you can take a big chunk of the game, if not the whole game, on the go with you, depending on the size, of course, of the actual cartridge itself. And who knows? This might be their out. This might be their answer to Google Stadia and obviously xCloud. You know, you run the games natively on the device rather than having to run it through a streaming service. Even though PlayStation Now will still exist, I'm guessing PlayStation Now will go through a few more updates as things change or as things get more competitive in that particular scene when it comes to Microsoft and, of course, Google Stadia. You know, obviously these two are going to be battling now at this point. Sony has actually been playing it rather safe when it comes to that regard. They haven't really been going over the top with streaming. They've been focusing more on the first-party catalog, which obviously is not changing. That's kind of been their main focus when it comes to next gen and, of course, all their future endeavors and projects. So first-party games are still going to be the main priority at this point in time. And they did state it, or Jim Ryan did state that PlayStation 5 is their top priority, and he wants everybody on PS5. He wants to pretty much convert all of you to PlayStation 5. So the best way to do that, Jim, is the games. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to come down to in the end. But let me know what you guys think about this information in the comment section below. Are you guys more hyped about this? Does this make you a little bit more easy? Does it make you sleep a little easy knowing that this might actually be for a companion device and not necessarily for PlayStation 5? Now, granted, this has not 110% stated that this is not going to be for PlayStation 5 in terms of being in storage, but again, with the patent that we covered 2 days ago for a companion device, that seems more likely the culprit for this to be a thing for rather than for PlayStation 5. I just see this more as the thing for the whole new PSP device versus games on the actual system. I don't see that, you know. I don't see that being the big deal, or I don't see that being the culprit when it comes to the situation in terms of the storage. But granted, I could definitely be wrong on this completely, and more information can come out. But again, I don't know. I just find it very hard. I find it hard to believe that this would be for PlayStation 5 in terms of natively storage, putting your games on the you know, on that particular storage. I don't see that being the case. So definitely let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I'm actually going to shut it down here. I do appreciate you guys checking out the video, and yeah, leave me some feedback. What you guys think? Do you guys think it's for the new PSP companion device that's actually going to be dropping, or do you think it's going to be for PS5? Again, my money is on the companion device. That way, you know, it'd be a bigger storage and you have more space for your game. You can take a big portion of the game, or hell, the whole game in general, depending on the size of it, like it being a AAA budget game or an indie title. You taking that particular portion of the game with you on the go. You come back home, you download the other portion or whatever on the PS5, and then you can just finish it that way or whatever that is. Again, it's hard to really say that this is going to be for PS5 in terms of being the only way of storage. So that's my whole take on it. All right. So definitely let me know again in the comment section below. Appreciate you guys checking out the videos. Thank you guys again for all the support. And yeah, I'll see you on my next upload. This is Big Cloud Gaming. I am definitely signing out. I want all of you guys to be blessed, be easy, and yeah, see you later. Deuces.